Hi everybody, this is Father Warner D'Souza. We are looking at the text of Luke chapter 8 verses 4 to 15. Many of us read with utmost seriousness several self-help books. We become captive and are riveted to some new thought we come across. This becomes our new mantra for a while, or as I have come to believe, the flavor of the season for some. It becomes our social talking point, and we seem to peddle the thoughts and work incessantly, like as if the passing on of this good news will save the world. All this passes away when some other new ideology floats by. What most people fail to realize is that while these books may seem new to us, these books have simply been reinventing the wheel. Perhaps what one often fails to see is that the greatest truths are espoused simply in the Bible. Unfortunately, what is seen as readily and easily available is not always valued, and what is not wrapped in tinsel and glossy paper is often not valuable. We seem to know the price of everything and the value of nothing. Deep within us, we know that we long for a wholesome relationship, and that relationship can be found with God. This longing is often obscured, if not impeded, by sin, which makes us ashamed and often mistakenly leads us to believe that as a consequence, God does not want to share a relationship with us. There is no one in their right mind who actually seeks sin. Most seek to do good and live in harmony with others. To do this, we need to attach ourselves to God and not to a passing flavor of the season. Yet our human experience has proved to us beyond a doubt how hard this struggle is because of sin and temptation. St. Paul himself confesses to this struggle when he admits, "I want to do good, yet I do evil." Jesus acknowledges this struggle in the parable of the sower, which in reality should be the parable of the soil. The setting of this parable, one of 50 parables in the Gospel of Luke, is a period post Jesus' tour of several cities and villages in Galilee. Now the people flock to him from town after town. Jesus understands that to many of them, he could be what has become to us a flash in the pan, a new, fascinating, wonder-working rabbi. This was not what the Lord desired, for his teachings are the eternal truth, a claim he so boldly and clearly made when he said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." To elucidate his point, he tells a parable, one right out of their everyday life, a parable on farming. In it, he highlights the constant and never-changing reality, namely that the sower and the seed are the same. What changes is the soil, and that is you and me, the human person. In presenting the hearer with 4 different kinds of soil, Jesus also acknowledges the causes of assault on the good intentions of even the worst kind of soil. Remember, all 4 soils accept the sower and the seed. It is how they react to the circumstances within and without that comes to bear in their final yield. While some soil fall to the wily ways of the devil, as we see in verse 12, others have no root when they are faced with persecution, and hence commit the sin of apostasy by falling away, as verse 13 tells us. Still others are choked by the cares, the riches, and the pleasures of life, finding the calling to persevere in the word so hard. What does take root and sprout is the person who holds fast, resisting the temptations of the devil, apostasy, and worldly pleasure, and does so with an honest and good heart. It is they who bear fruit with patient endurance. The gospel of today lays no claim to a Christian life that is free from trial and temptation, free from struggle. For struggle is part of life, and Christ never preached a rose garden. In fact, he was the first to accept the crown of thorns. For those that think that the Bible is merely a book of regulations and prohibitions, look again. It is a book of life, for in it contains all the truth for everyday life. And most of all, we have the sower, a trustworthy God who will ultimately bring the kingdom of God to fruition. I thank you for being part of these reflections with us. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, just click on the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. God bless you.